Company. Griffin right there. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm glad to see you all. Today we are going to make a stocking. So I'm going to be using one of our quilt fat quarters to make a stocking today. I also have a template. We have used this template before and we made a chenille stocking. Today we're going to make a quilted stocking. No sew, of course, but this is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a red and white quilted stocking, and I think it's going to look so, so good. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. We have got all of our fat quarters 15% off today. So I'm going to show you, we've got some other quilted fat quarters as well. Those are also available. And then we have all of our fabric fat quarters and our chenille. All of it's 15% off today, as well as the little mini flock Santas, the wooden spools, mulberry paper, the Celebration Company hot glue guns, and hot glue sticks, as well as, I think that's everything. I think I said everything. All right, so all of that is 15% off today. Okay, today only 15% off. And we're going to have some fun making a pretty little quilted stocking. I'm going to show you all the other fat quarters that we have on the website. I can show you all of them except for one, because one of them is not here yet. But I'm going to show you all the others, and they're all beautiful. You can see all the details. If you look on the website, you can see them a little bit better than what I'm going to show them to you today. Okay. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. I'm glad to see all of y'all. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Rosemarie. Hello, Lori. Hi, Lynn. Having a good day. Hi, Sandy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, thanks for sprinkling, Lynn. Hi, Pam. Hello, Deborah. Good to see you. Hi, Judy. Hey, Patty. Hey, Bev. Good afternoon. Hi, Carol. Hello, Rhonda. Hey, Chrissy. Hi, Nancy. Hello, Cindy. Good to see everybody today. Hi, Jackie. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Tammy. Good to see you, too. All right, y'all. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hey, Michelle. So if you go to the celebrationcompany.com and you search for stocking, you will find a template for a stocking. All right. We're going to put this stocking together, this template, and then we're going to use it to make a stocking today. Okay. With our fat quarter. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for celebrating. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Donna. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, Heidi and Kay. Hello, Myrna. Okay, so this is a different fat quarter than the one we used the other day to make our little tree. Okay, so this one right here is what we used to make the little tree, which is super cute. Hey, Dawn. This one here is the bigger one. So we've got bigger pieces of this style, and it's a different pattern as well. So let me open this up and show you all what this one looks like. So here is how this one looks. Okay, this one is the 29 by 23.5 inch. So it is fairly large, as you can see. Okay, and it is the largest one that we have of this specific pattern. Okay, which is very pretty. But there are 4 different styles, I think, 4 different sizes. And then we also have some other ones as well if you wanted to go with not just red and white, or maybe you'd want a different look. So we've got this one right here, which is called Cottage Garden, and these are the colors of this one. This one's $14.99. And then we've got this one right here, which is called Heirloom Whispers. It's a very vintage, old quilt. So it's lighter colors, really pretty. We also have Grandma's Scrap Basket is what this one's called. And it's really fun. Lots of fun colors on it. Okay. This one's called Bluebird Patchwork. And this is the colors on this one. Again, if you go to thecelebrationcompany.com, you can see all of these in better detail as far as like what they look like spread out. And this is the other one called Lavender and Indigo. And it is really fun as well. Just sort of a patchwork type of quilt is what a couple of these are. So really fun. And then, of course, we've got the red and white one, this one here, and we've got this red and white one as well. Okay, so several different options for y'all. Okay, so this one right here, we're going to make a stocking out of it. And the first thing we're going to do is make our templates. So if you go to thecelebrationcompany.com, go to freebies and templates, you will find this template for the stocking. And it prints out in 4 different pages. I accidentally printed this on label sheets, but oh well. All right, and so you just want to sort of line this up. So I'm kind of laying my pieces down. And get this lined up. Okay, so you can see how that works. All right. I'm going to grab some tape, and we're just going to tape this together. So I want to make sure that I tape the inside because we're going to have to cut this out. We want to make sure all of those pieces are stuck together. All right. So, Lynn, it depends on what type of stocking you make. All right. It depends on whether or not you do the sides, the front sides together and then flip it, or if you just glue it together with the front sides out. Okay. So it depends on how you do it. It's fairly large. It is just like this, okay? It's about, at the top section, it's about 7 3/4 to 8 inches wide. And then lengthwise is about 20.5 inches or so long. You can also make it to where you fold it down, fold the top down. This original pattern, that's what we used it for. So I made it a little bit taller so that there was space at the top where I could fold it down and have like a little cuff. So you can do it however you want to do it. So it does depend on that a little bit. All right, let me grab some scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out now that I've glued all the pieces, or not glued, taped all the pieces together. Let's cut our template out. It is a good size. I think you'll be able to get a better feel for it too once I get it cut out, or how big it is. So it is a size that you can use if you want to, or just decorate with. but it'll look like a real stocking, not like, you know, a little tiny one. Okay, so it is a pretty good size stocking. Okay, I'm going to take the back of it, and I just want to glue these pieces together on the back as well, just so they don't get in my way. Hey, Anita. Okay, so let's make our stocking. We've got our template. Here's what our template looks like. This is the first one that I showed. It's called Cottage Garden. You can kind of see some of the colors on that one. So again, if you go to the celebration, this one just unfolded. So let me show you this one. Lavender and indigo. This is what this one looks like. This is just one piece of it. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at our quilt, and we've got to decide here about where we're going to put the template in order to keep a pattern on the template. We want to make sure, or on the stocking itself, we want to make sure that there is pattern on it. And so I think we can do it pretty easily. So we're going to kind of go here. So let's fold this. I'm going to do mine with a raw edge. Okay. So I'm not going to, I'm going to fold this in half like this. So I'm going to do a raw edge, so I don't want to flip it. Okay. Yeah, Stacy, I can go ahead and open it. If you go to thecelebrationcompany.com, though, you'll be able to see pictures of these. Okay, that's that one. This one's very vintage. A lot of these are very vintage. This one's not vintage, okay? Okay, so now I can lay this on like that. Okay, I think that should be right. All right, let's grab our pins. You're totally fine, Stacey. I don't mind opening it. Just wanted you to know that you'll be able to see more pictures on the website because, you know, each one's different. So I can show you that one, but the one you get might be a little bit different, you know, since every little part of the quilt is different. So we're just going to use some pins, and we're going to just pin the template right onto our quilt. And I'm going to be cutting through both sides so that we've got two pieces, and our two pieces are the exact same size, and the pattern is out because I want a raw edge. If you don't want a raw edge, then you need to do it the opposite and have the patterns going in rather than out. All right, I think that should be good. So there it is. And let me see here. This one here, I don't think on that side. I don't think I am going to be happy with that. I don't think I'm going to be happy with that. But I think that's the way it has to be, actually, because I was doing it wrong. I would have had to flip it anyways. So I think it'll be okay. This side will definitely have plenty of red on it. Yay, Barbara. All right, so I'm going to take my fabric scissors. I'm going to use regular scissors this time. I'm not going to use my pinking shears. Okay, and we're just going to cut this out. I'm just trying to cut neatly as best as I can. And I'm not cutting right on that edge. Yeah, you could, the back is plain. You could definitely do that too. And you could use any kind of fabric on the back, absolutely. Hey, Ethel, I just wanted the quilt to be on both sides. But you could definitely use a different piece of fabric for the back side, absolutely. I think that's what we did for the chenille. I can't remember. For the chenille stocking, it feels like we might have used a plain piece of fabric for the back side. So absolutely, you can do that. And you can stretch your quilted piece a little bit further. Okay. Almost there. Okay. And you could still use this scrap for different things. I've still got quite a bit of scrap here that could be used for other things. I'm going to be posting this afternoon, this evening, some ideas for you all that you can use your quilt pieces for. Okay, so you could use this to make like bowl fillers, things like that. All right, let's take our pins out. And hi, Teresa. I'm glad it won't be much of a storm. We're supposed to get storms here tomorrow afternoon. We'll see how significant they are, but it's supposed to be some pretty good storms tomorrow afternoon. Okay, oh my gosh, it's already giving me all the feels. Look how cute that is already. Love it. Charlene, she is doing all right. Not real great, honestly. She's at home and she's fine, essentially. She just doesn't feel real good. And she doesn't have much of an appetite right now. So, but y'all definitely be thinking about her. Today's her birthday, so wish her a happy birthday if you haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. She's definitely a little down in the dumps because, for one, she's turning 60, which she was not excited about that. And for 2, because she's sick on her birthday. All right, so before, yes, Evelyn, absolutely, you can make miniature stockings, little ornaments would be super cute. Before I start gluing this together, I want to think about the hanger, okay? And what I'm going to use to hang this. So we're definitely going to use some of the scraps from the stocking or the quilt. And I'm trying to decide if I want to make it nice, or do I want to just cut a piece out? And I'm leaning towards kind of folding it and making it sort of hemmed. So I think I'm going to use this piece right here. Okay. And we're going to fold these pieces in. Let's see how this does. So I'm just going to use my hot glue gun. I've got it on high. I'm going to take a piece, a little strip of hot glue, fold this over. Okay, and then I'm going to remove some of this. I don't need quite that much. And then we're just going to fold this other bit over as well so that we've got a nice clean edge. So I'm just going another little strip of hot glue, and then we'll just fold this up. And then I may have to come back and add a little bit more. I'm just having to kind of glue all the layers down. Yeah, Lynn, I'm usually matchy-matchy too, but I just felt like I might like this better, so we'll see. I might not like this after I get it done, because I might be able to still see it. Looks like I'm still going to be able to see it after I fold it and make the little loop. I think I'm going to still see it. Oh no. I hope he doesn't have that parasite, Charissa. Right, let me just grab this stocking here. And I'm just going to add that. And I think I like it. I think I like that. So we're going to fold this down and glue it to make our loop here. My goodness gracious. Okay. Get those hot glue strings to go away. All right, I'm gonna just cut off the excess on this bottom just to make that look clean. So here's our loop. And we're gonna go ahead and glue this to the top. So I am gonna glue the back side on the inside here. And then we're gonna glue on top of this and then down the side. Down the one side where that hem essentially is gonna go. All right. Okay. Now we're ready to start gluing our stocking together. Now, of course, you can sew this, and you can sew it even with a raw edge, which is going to be beautiful. So we're just going to peel it back and take our hot glue gun, and you know the drill. We're going to do a line of hot glue and just glue that together. Keep going. All the way around. Hey, Amanda. Now, originally I thought I might have to do something on the top to kind of hide the raw edge on the top. But after I cut it, I realized I don't need that. I think that it's just adorable just the way that it is. Right, Ethel? I mean, so simple, but so adorable. And so easy. I already said simple, but you know. I'm using hot on my hot glue gun. I've got the heat on high because I think it just does better with fabric. All right. Remember not to glue the top, you know, only the sides. Okay. So it's all glued together. That's essentially our stocking. I'm going to fray the edges a bit, okay? So look how cute this is. Is that not absolutely adorable? I think I want to glue a little bit more with the hanger. Want it attached a little bit more at the top. Look how cute that is. And then this is the back side. So fun. Okay, so let's distress the edges a little bit because I want this to feel a little bit more raw. So I'm just going to kind of come in here with my fingers. Let's see, I might even use a sander. And just sort of fray that a bit so that it looks a little rough. Because, you know, we're starting with the raw edge. I want it to have that raw edge. If you get some of that filling a little bit too much. Just kind of cut it away. But I'm just taking and just rubbing the sander up against that fabric. Giving it that raw edge. This red right here I'm struggling with. Get it to look rough. The white did really well. And you can come back and just kind of cut. If you get some long threads, you can cut those so they're not super long. But there we go. There's our quilted stocking. So stinking adorable. How beautiful would this be? It would be so beautiful to have multiple ones and have them, all the different ones hanging on your mantle. That would be so pretty. But I can see all red and white ones as well. I think that would be really pretty too. So, anyways, so the fat quarters are available. They're 15% off today. This one right here that I used for this one was the 29 by 23 and a half. We have 4 different sizes. This stocking, just so that you know, is about 19 and a half inches. So all the sizes should work for this, at least to get one front. You can definitely get that with all the sizes, and some of the sizes you're going to be able to get 2. It is width-wise about 12 inches wide. Okay, about 12 inches wide by about 19 and a half inches, 19 inches really tall. Okay, so that gives you an idea so that you know about what size fat quarter you want to get. So there you have it. Super duper cute. Love this. I might be using this at Christmas time for Griffin's stocking because I think it's so cute. So cute. And if you like to sew, it would be even cuter sewn, but you know, Kayla didn't like to do that, so I just hot glued it, but it'll be really cute sewn too if you like to sew. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Teresa, for wishing her a happy birthday. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make sure you check out all of the fat quarters if you haven't seen them yet, because we've got some really beautiful ones. Really, really beautiful. We did this last Friday, so this is another idea for you of things you can do with quilts. And like I said, I'll be posting some pictures this evening of all kinds of different ideas that you could use as well. So y'all have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow.